Hello guys, welcome back. In this video, we are going to learn one of the Selenium interview question, how to get the table header value in the web table, right? Using a Selenium Java. And we have to compare the value with the expected one. So let's go over here. So this is the one of the table. So in this table, we are going to retrieve all the header value and compare with the expected one. Okay. So now let's go and start write the code. So we need to open a browser. So Chrome driver equal to new Chrome driver. So Chrome driver class, we are creating an instance of the Chrome driver class now. So you can import the packages for the Chrome driver. Then we have to driver dot, you can maximize the window. Image dot window dot maximize. So once this is done, then we need to navigate to the URL. Driver dot can say get method. Here we need to pass the URL. So the URL will be this one. Let us copy the URL. Okay. So here what we have to do the next step. First we need to get the table header. So for that we need to identify the X path. So you can right click from here. In the last video I also showed you that how the table structure will be. So if if you come over here, see now this is the table header. Now we want the header values, right? So from the table header, you can get the X path for table. You can control F, so you'll be getting this text field and paste this. See, we are getting a table. From the table, what we need to do, you need to coming into the next child class, that is a table head. So T head, right? So then we need to come into the next child is a TR, but TR. Now we want the table header, right? So you can do coming into the next child. So this is the way. See here it is showing us 6 values are there, right? So you just copy that. So now we need to say driver dot. This is also we are going to use a find elements, not a find element. We need to use a find elements. Find element by dot x path. So here you can pass the x path. So this is we identify the x path for getting the table header values, only header values, not all the values, right? So now we'll try to get, this will going to return you the list of web elements. So you can store it in a list of web elements. You can give any variable name, you can say header equal. So you can import the packages for the list and the web element. So now the next thing is what we have to, we need to get the header size or get a header values, right? So for that we can say we'll be printing the header dot size. So you can call the header size. So maybe you can add any message saying that total header column. Okay. So that will be going to return you. What it is going to return you? Actually, here we have seen 6, right? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 column is there. So that is what it is going to return. Now let's print all the values. If you want to print all the value, you can use the for loop or for each loop. Now I'm going to use a for each loop. For each loop, you have to pass all the values here, hidden, right? So this is a web element actually. So you need to create a web element. You can give any variable name, right? So now you can print the value. So here what we have to do, value dot, we need to get the text actually. See, if you come over here, see these are the text. So we want to get the values, right? Header values. So this is the text. So you can get the text value dot get text method. You need to call the get text method. So this will going to return you all the header values. Okay, let's run this. We'll see. See now, total header column 6, we have a 6 values it is written, right? Now what we have to do, we need to compare with the, expected one, right? So what we have to do, we can create a two list. One is a expected value we are going to store. actual value we will get from that runtime, and we'll store it in a one more list. Okay, then finally we have to compare with the expected one and the actual one. So here what I'll do, I'll create a new list. Okay, so we are going to store all the values, right? That is the expected one. So we can say list of string, can give a variable name, maybe we'll say expected equal to, you can call list dot of, right? Here you can pass all the values, right? Whatever the values you are going to, you can pass all the values. So within that, you can say, see now, the first one is a company, right? I'll store it in a company. And you can, can give a command, then you can add all the values. So the next is a group. So next is a this one. So you can store all the values, comma, and we'll get current price. Then this one, that is the next column. You can store, and we have another value is that this is the last column header. Okay. So now we have, created a one list with the variable called expected, value we have stored. Now we need to create a one more list. Okay. Here, whatever the values are coming, we need to store it in the new list. Okay. So for that we can say list, can give any variable name, that is I can give actual equal to new array list. Okay. Here we have to pass the values. So now this is a string, right? String values we are going to store. So that is where we are defining the string data type. So whatever the data type you are going to, so you can store it. You can define the same data type. Now here we have a string. So why string? The get text is a string, right? Get text method will going to return you the string only. So that's what we are going to store it. So now instead of a system of println, what we can do, I'll remove this. Here we can add actual dot add method. We need to call a add method. Add method value dot get text. Okay. So it is going to get the text and store it in a this list. So now we have a two list. One is the expected value already we store. One is a actual list is there. This is going to add all the values at the runtime. So it's going to get the values, and I'll first we'll print all the values of the expected and actual. Then we'll add a comparison. So what we can do, I'll be printing. Maybe you can say expected plus expected value. It's going to print the same way. We have to print the actual value and say actual value. Okay, so now let's run this. Going to return you expected value and actual value. Expected value already stored. Actual value it is going to get from the runtime, and it is going to store it in a new array list. See now expected value we got and actual value also we got. Now we need to make it as a comparison, right? So we'll add a comparison and we'll see whether it is equal or not. So for that we can add a if conditions. If you are using a test ng, right, then we can add a assertions. Now here we can add a if condition. So if actual dot equals, right, here we need to pass the expected. So if the both the lists are matching, then it is going to return header values are matching. Okay. If suppose if it is not matching, the condition is false, then we can say if it's coming into that else part. So else part we can say header is not matching. Header values are not matching. Okay. So now let's run this. So far good. Okay, header values are matching. So both the values we have to compare in this way only, right? So you can add all the values and you can create a new array list and you can add all the values at the runtime and you need to compare with the expected and actual. So if it is matching, then it is going to print header values are matching. Otherwise, it is going to print header values are not matching. This is the way you can compare the two lists as well. Okay. I hope this is clear. Next video, we are going to learn how to retrieve all the values from the web table, right? So thanks for watching guys. See you in the next video.